College basketball's top 10 players for the 2021-2022 season. We'll start off with some honorable mentions. Chet Holmgren. He is one of the top players from his class with potential of being a generational talent. In high school, he was a top defender with his shot blocking abilities being top notch. His offense may not be on the level as his defense, but at 7 feet, he can handle and shoot like a combo guard. If he could put on some muscle during the college season, he could potentially be one of the top players in the country. Next up, we got Travion Williams. Williams had a dominant junior year, averaging 15.5 points, 9 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. He was named first team All-Big Ten, as well named finalist for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Award, which is given to the nation's top center. This year, he looks to lead a very talented Purdue team to the Final Four and maybe even a national championship. Another player is Jaime Jaquez Jr. UCLA had a crazy run to the Final Four last year, and a big part of their postseason success was great play from Jaime Jaquez. During that run, he averaged 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 1.5 steals. He hit big shot after big shot throughout March Madness. This year, UCLA has big expectations as their star players return for another season. Jaquez looks to help lead a talented UCLA team back to the Final Four with hopes of a national championship. Some other big names include Trace Jackson Davis, Buddy Boeheim, and Marcus Carr. Starting off the list at number 10, Imani Bates. Bates has high expectations coming into his freshman year of college. He was arguably the best scorer in high school. His ability to score at all 3 levels is lethal. His confidence when shooting is unmatched. Whether it's a contested pull-up jumper, an open 3, or a fading mid-range, the kid is unfazed. He has a lot of potential on defense with his length and being able to guard multiple positions. His potential is through the roof. I expect him to shine in Memphis under Coach Hardaway and can see him being one of the best players in college basketball. Next, at number 9, Ochai Agbaji. Agbaji led a talented Kansas team to a 3 seed in last year's postseason. They got knocked out in poor fashion, blowout loss to USC. He could have left for the draft, but wanted to come back his senior year. If Kansas wants a shot of being a national title contender, Ochai will have to have a monster season. He will play a ton of minutes and be the first option this season, so I see him being a star in college basketball and having a crazy run in this postseason. At number 8, Colin Gillespie. Last year, Colin Gillespie was having a great season that came to an abrupt end when tearing his MCL in a game against Creighton. With Gillespie out, Villanova's national title hopes were gone. They lost in the Sweet 16, and all he could do was just watch. He was co-Big East Player of the Year and first team All-Big East. He's coming back this season with national championship aspirations. With Gillespie being a solid 2-way player, he will be in conversation of being a top player in the country. At number 7, Hunter Dickinson. Dickinson's standout freshman season helped lead Michigan to the Big Ten regular season title and an Elite 8 appearance. His 14 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks helped him get all Big Ten first team and Big Ten Freshman of the Year. He is a talented player in the post with savvy basketball IQ and is a rebounding machine. This season he looks to have the same success and lead Michigan to another Big Ten title in a postseason run. Coming in at number 6, Pelio Banchero. Banchero is one of the best freshmen coming into this season. He can hit mid-range jumpers, can take on bigger defenders on the perimeter with great vision to find players cutting to the basket. With his great size and basketball IQ, he can rebound the ball and protect the rim at a high level. If he can improve his perimeter shooting, he could be a top pick in the upcoming NBA draft. This season, he will be leading Duke and trying to help get them back in the Final Four. Duke's last Final Four appearance was in 2015, so they are eager to get back in a position to contend for a national championship. At number 5, E.J. Liddell. Liddell was one of the best breakout players last year. He went from averaging 6.5 points, 4 rebounds per game his freshman year, to 16 points per game, 7 rebounds, and a block per game, with field goal, 3-point, and free throw percentages all increasing. He was first team All Big Ten and led Ohio State to the 2 seed in March Madness. Unfortunately for Liddell, they got upset by Oral Roberts in the first round. This year, he should have more opportunity to score the ball, with Dwayne Washington Jr. gone. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets Big Ten Player of the Year, now that Luka Garza and Ayo Dosunmu left for the NBA. At number 4, Kofi Cockburn. Cockburn had one of the best seasons in college basketball last year. Only player in NCAA to average at least 15 points and 9 rebounds while shooting 60% from the field. Kofi was also NCAA consensus second-team All-American. His great play in the post and scoring at the rim, with the ability to rebound and protect the rim at a high level against top players in the Big Ten, shows that he is one of the most dominant players in college basketball. He will have a bigger role this year now that Ayo Dosunmu is gone. If he can take on that leadership role and become the star of the team, I see Kofi as a finalist for Player of the Year. Now, at number 3, Jaden Ivey. Ivey's freshman campaign last year was fun to watch. Most people don't think of Jaden Ivey as a player that will be in contention for Player of the Year. His athleticism, playmaking, and scoring ability is incredible. His defensive ability to guard the perimeter while being a great shot blocker, paired with his intensity and aggressiveness, makes for a top-tier defender. If he can work on a consistent jumper, I can see Jaden Ivey as a first-team All-American and a potential Player of the Year. Ivey looks to lead a stacked Purdue team to a Big Ten title, as well as a national championship. At number 2, Johnny Juzang. Juzang was the best player in the 2021 postseason. He averaged just under 23 points per game, shooting 50% from the field and 38% from 3. He can score the ball at an elite level. Juzang is one of the best free throw shooters in the country. He is a very solid scorer off the dribble and has the ability to post up smaller guards because of his size. He's a great playmaker with solid athleticism. I expect Juzang to perform at the same level and be a star in college basketball. He will help UCLA get back to the Final Four, and this year hopes for a national championship. I see Juzang getting Pac-12 Player of the Year, as well as being conversations for Player of the Year. And coming in at number 1, Drew Timme. Timme averaged 19 points and 7 rebounds per game in his sophomore campaign. He led Gonzaga to a near-perfect season. He is overall one of the best players in college basketball. His craftiness on offense, paired with his ability to score in a variety of ways, makes him one of the hardest players to guard. His defense is solid as he can rebound at a high rate, as well as defend the 4s and 5s. If he can start shooting the 3 ball at a high percentage, he could be the best player in the country. I see Drew Timme leading Gonzaga to a national championship run and becoming the West Coast Player of the Year, as well as National Player of the Year. That was the college basketball's top 10 players for the 2021-2022 season. Let me know what you would change in this list. That's all I got for now.